Ever wonder what life was like before the internet? Imagine a world without instant messages, emails, or search engines. Our journey begins in the swinging 60s, a time of innovation and exploration. Researchers were focused on creating efficient ways to share computer resources. This led to the development of packet switching, a method that allowed data to be broken down into small blocks or packets and sent across networks. Fast forward to the 70s, the United States Department of Defense's Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, or DARPA as it's commonly known, commissioned research and development to create a set of rules for internet working. These rules, or protocols, formed the foundation of what we now call the Internet Protocol Suite. The birth of the ARPANET, the precursor to the internet, marked a significant milestone. It served as a backbone interconnecting regional academic and military networks in the United States, enabling efficient resource sharing. And that's how the internet was born, out of a need for efficient sharing of resources and information. The 80s and 90s were a time of rapid growth for the internet, with more and more networks getting connected. In the 1980s, the internet was primarily a tool for academia, a place where researchers could share resources and collaborate on projects. But the decade also saw significant developments that would pave the way for the internet as we know it today. One of these was the funding of the National Science Foundation Network, often referred to as NSFNet. This was a major backbone network that, along with private funding for commercial extensions, encouraged participation from around the globe in the development of new networking technologies. As these new technologies emerged, they allowed for the merging of many networks using DARPA's Internet Protocol Suite, essentially creating a network of networks. This interconnectedness led to an increase in the number of computers, both institutional and personal, being connected to the network. The early 1990s marked the beginning of a new era for the internet, with the linking of commercial networks and enterprises. This was a significant shift as it opened up the internet to the commercial world, allowing businesses to tap into its vast resources and reach a global audience. Perhaps the most transformative development of this period was the advent of the World Wide Web. The World Wide Web, or simply the web, revolutionized the way people interacted with the internet. It introduced a graphical interface that made the internet more accessible and user-friendly, paving the way for many of the applications and services we use today. As the 90s progressed, the internet saw exponential growth. Generations of computers, both institutional and personal, and later mobile, were connected to the network. This growth was not just in terms of the number of users, but also in the variety of ways the internet was being used. It was no longer just an academic tool, but a platform for communication, commerce, entertainment, and so much more. By the end of the 90s, the internet had transformed from an academic tool to a global phenomenon. The internet had truly come of age, and its impact was being felt in every corner of the world. Today, the internet has become an indispensable part of our lives, reshaping traditional communication media. Once upon a time, we relied on telephones, radios, televisions, mail, and newspapers to stay connected with the world. Enter the internet, and these mediums of communication have been reshaped, redefined, and in some cases, even bypassed. The internet has given us new ways to communicate. We now have email, an instant and paperless way to send messages across the world. The telephone has transformed into internet telephony, allowing us to make calls over the internet, often for free. Television too has evolved into internet television, offering us a plethora of shows, movies, and even live broadcasts at our fingertips. Radio has found a new life in online music platforms that let us listen to our favorite songs whenever we want, wherever we are. Newspapers have been digitized, giving birth to online news aggregators and digital newspapers that we can access from our devices anytime, anywhere. But the internet's transformational power hasn't stopped there. It has also revolutionized the way we shop. Online shopping has grown exponentially, benefiting not just major retailers, but also small businesses and entrepreneurs. It has allowed businesses to extend their brick-and-mortar presence to a larger market, or even sell goods and services entirely online. This has changed the face of commerce, making it more accessible, efficient, and inclusive. In essence, the internet has moved beyond being a mere tool for sharing resources. It has become an all-encompassing platform that has reshaped how we communicate, consume, and conduct business. It has brought us closer, made information more accessible, and created new opportunities for growth and innovation. From a tool for sharing resources, the internet has grown into a global platform that has revolutionized communication and commerce. As we move forward, one can only wonder how the internet will continue to shape our lives in ways we can't even imagine yet.